Hello and welcome to the 3-Minute Quran Study, the place where we methodically analyze the origins of Islam. The Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem is generally believed to be the oldest monumental building of Islam. Originally completed in 694 AD, it has since been renovated and updated many times. The outer walls have been added under Regent al-Mamun during the 9th century, whereas the iconic blue tiles have been added in the 16th century under Ottoman rule. However, when we go inside, we find an inscription along the outer ring of the dome, which was commissioned by Abd al-Malik in the 7th century. That inscription is still mostly original. It is the earliest inscription, even the earliest known text of any kind, which includes the word Muhammad. Today, it is common knowledge that Muhammad was the prophet of Islam. The part of the inscription which contains the word Muhammad is therefore typically translated as Muhammad is the servant of God and his messenger. However, that very same word Muhammad can also be understood as praised be. The sentence can therefore be just as well translated as praised be the servant of God and his messenger. In fact, just before the word Muhammad, the inscription mentions God himself, announcing, "To him belongs sovereignty and to him belongs praise." The word for praise in this context has the same root as the word Muhammad. Christoph Luxemburg therefore argues that when reading the word Muhammad in context, it has to be understood as praise be. But if Muhammad is not a name, then who is to be praised in this instance? Luckily, the inscription tells us directly in the very next verse, where it reads, "For verily the Messiah Jesus, son of Mary, is the messenger of God." In fact, apart from the opening verse wherein God is praised, the entire remaining inscription is all about Jesus, making the case for an anti-Trinitarian Christology, urging Christians to denounce the Trinity, claiming that Jesus was just a man, not God's son, and that only an anti-Trinitarian interpretation of Jesus is the correct interpretation. But back to the part with the word Muhammad. Jews and Christians may recognize something familiar here. The passage, "Praised be the servant of God and his messenger," seems to be a play upon a well-known quote from scripture, namely Psalm 118:26, but which also occurs in Matthew 21:9 when Jesus is greeted upon his entry into Jerusalem with the quote from Psalms, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." This leaves us with a staggering conclusion. Before Muhammad was a prophet, it was a title for Jesus. The very earliest inscription bearing that word states as much in no uncertain terms. Only by reading later history into it can the passage be interpreted as talking about anyone other than Jesus. The context makes it clear that the inscription is all about Jesus and his nature. However, there are a few earlier occurrences of the word Muhammad from a completely different context. Coins. In the next video, we will have a look at those early Arab coins. Until then, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.